Hey everybody, it's Chugacon, or welcome back to more Pokemon Crystal! Alright, I bet you're wondering what we're doing here against a Phanpy. Well, when I cut the recording, I decided I'd do a little bit of training in this area, but wouldn't you know it, I happened to fight a Phanpy right then and there, and it catches me off guard. So anyway, just go ahead and try and see if we can catch this thing. And oh my god! Holy... Oh my god, could not do that again if I tried. I can't believe it. I find a Phanpy, like, very next encounter, and I catch it. Like, I so should not have cut the recording at all. Anyway, let's go ahead and check the stats on this thing. Jeez, this is a lucky Phanpy. Alright, let's go ahead and check the stats. Going over to it, and... all of its stats are 7! Okay, could not do that again if I tried. Anyway, let's go ahead and save real quick, though, just so, you know, we can be sure that we have it, you know, just be on the safe side. Oh my god, it's suddenly dark, and I'm standing in a slightly different area. Yes, this is being recorded far later than the rest of the video, and I have some explaining to do as to why, which I'll explain as we go back to Cherry Grove. Basically what happened is, I was about halfway through recording part 3 of this, then my throat suddenly got kind of scratchy, and my voice was cracking a lot, so I decided to stop for a while because I assumed my voice was just tired. But what happened was, I was actually getting very sick very fast, and unfortunately my throat clearing up didn't happen for about a week. So yeah, it really sucked when a lot of people were... Some people were understanding about it, some people actually read the annotations in the last video saying that I wouldn't be making a video for a little while, whereas other people were like, you know, breathing down my neck telling me to make a new video, and yeah, it kind of sucks when people are telling you to make a new video when all that'll come out of your mouth is, so yeah, that's pretty much how things have been. That is what was trust me, if I made a video within the past week, my commentary would not have exactly been 5-star, let's just say that. And Phanpy grew to level 5. Phanpy is a few levels higher because I was partially the way through the recording the next video. And yeah, I scrapped the rest of it just because it sounded really bad, and that's pretty much how stuff was. I tried recording it a second time the other day, and it also didn't turn out good. As any of you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, you would know that. This old man is once again skippable, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver he is required, but he gives you the running shoes. So yeah, we're gonna be going back to the main game now. Let's go ahead and have a random encounter. Sure, why not? Alright, now that that's done, let's go ahead and go over here and get another berry, though, because remember these berries, / apricorn trees, if you're playing the new games, they replenish every 24 hours. Anyway, I guess as we're going up here, which is land that we've gone through before, I can explain further. Again, I am doing this and not the DS games, because, 1, it's easier to record, 2, this game's been out for a bunch of years though, so I've had chances to play it, and I know my way around, whereas with the new games, I'd probably be lost, and the quality would be terrible. That, and I kind of want to give, you know, the newer Pokemon fans of today kind of a taste of what Pokemon was like when I was growing up. And if you're my age, then you get to have a look back at the old days. Anyway, this here is a trainer battle, staple of the Pokemon series. Trainer battles are much better than fighting wild Pokemon because it's owned by another trainer means that you're going to get a lot more experience. So they're a lot more valuable to fight against. Trainer battles, in this LP I'm mainly just going to be showing required trainer battles. I'm kind of making an exception with this one because it's the first trainer battle that you can possibly fight in the game. By the way, that Hoot that I have on my team right now, that's not going to be used on my actual team. I have it for later to use as an HM slave, which, for those of you who don't know, those of you who haven't played Pokemon, which if you have not, I feel very sorry for you, there's moves called HMs, they're hidden moves. Basically, it makes it so that you can access areas that you can't access by just simply walking. Like, there's some that'll let you cross water, some that will let you fly, some that'll let you push out objects that are in your way, and some Pokemon are particularly good at learning a lot of those moves, and some people just have them on their team for the sake of using those moves. This is a required trainer. Sadly, will not be able to show the fight with him, just because, yeah, it was part of the recording that got scrapped. Let's just say that. Now that that is over, it's over! I'm gonna avoid that trainer because it's not required. Going up here, we're now going to be on Route 31. 2 new Pokemon can be found here that can't be found on Route 30. One of which is Bellsprout. Bellsprout can be a decent mixed attacker. In fact, we're actually going to look for one right now. It can be somewhat of a decent mixed attacker, but unless you're willing to spend TMs on it, which are items that teach your Pokemon moves, it's not a good Pokemon. It learns terrible, terrible moves. So unless you're willing to invest, like, TMs into it, I'm going to say pass on it. The other one is Ghastly. Ghastly can only be found this early in the game in Crystal, so don't worry about this if you're playing Gold or Silver. It'll come up in the sidebars when you can find this in Gold or Silver, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Ghastly is a fantastic special attacker. Downside is you have to trade with somebody else to get it to its final evolutionary stage, but if you can do that, I highly recommend picking one up if you want a strong special attacker. Okay, I've been through hell to find this Bellsprout because I really wanted to show this. I actually highly recommend you catch one of these if you're a Chikorita user. Yeah, even though it's another grass type, I still recommend you catch one of these, for reasons I will show in a little bit. Now, my Phanpy is unfortunately poisoned as it was fighting a... It was fighting a Spinarak, and it unfortunately had a run of Rotten Luck, and yeah, that happened. So anyway, let's go ahead and switch over to Totodile. Scratch it. Alright, good. And... come on, Totodile, come through for me, come through for me. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Totodile is my boy for that. Alright, let's go ahead and use a Pokeball. Catch this thing. Like I said, I highly recommend you catch this one. Catch this if you're a Chikorita user, for reasons you'll see in just a minute. And... are you kidding me?! Yeah, you know it's a Pokemon Let's Play. Ooh, my berry activated. Yeah, it's an example of equipping a berry to a Pokemon. Your starter Pokemon comes with one, you know. But anyway, yeah, it's a Pokemon Let's Play if you get random criticals when you don't need them, your opponent gets them all the time at the most crucial moments, you don't catch Pokemon when they're in perfectly catchable ranges. There you go. So we have a Bellsprout now. We're not going to be using it on our team, I'm just going to get it to show something that's really useful if you're a Chikorita user. Okay, now that we're done with that, after running into like 5 bajillion Pokemon, let's head in here. Welcome to Dark Cave. Dark Cave is the first official dungeon that you can enter in this game. Dark Cave has only one new Pokemon, well actually 2 new Pokemon that are in it. First off being Dunsparce. Dunsparce is a 1% encounter rate, has a fantastic move pool, but its stats are god-awful. This Pokemon is not recommended at all. The other one can only be found here in Crystal. It's Teddiursa. Teddiursa it's not too bad actually. I wouldn't really recommend it though, like for this early in the game though. It's really not that big of a benefit to have Teddiursa this early in the game compared to most other normal types. Anyway, now that all that is over, now that we're in this cave, as you can see, it's totally dark. And normally you need a Pokemon with a move called Flash to be able to see here. But here's a little thing I call the pause trick. As you can see, when you fill the entire screen, or run into a wild Pokemon, okay. When you flash up something that takes up the entire screen, for a split second, you can see the entire screen lit up. You see that? Alright, let's do it again. See that? Yeah. This only works in the original Gold, Silver, and Crystal. It doesn't work in the newer games. Obvious reasons, because the Flash HM works totally different in those games. It's actually even a TM. But yeah, go ahead and use that pause trick, and you can get to that item in the middle, which is a potion. And you know, free potion. Can't exactly call that useless this early in the game. There we go. Got the potion by using what I call the pause trick, and there you go. Really helpful tip if you want to get through these short areas that have items in plain sight and you don't have Flash yet. Let's go ahead and head over here. Hop, and down. There you go. Navigated it without needing Flash. Easy as that. Alright, now let's go ahead and head over here. This guy right here is important for a side quest later in the game. It's for Bearing Tree. Hey, it's Bitterberry! That's going to go ahead and heal Confusion if you ever get confused. I'll get into what status conditions are in a little bit as we get inflicted with them. But anyway, let's go ahead and head through here, and we are now in, wait for it, Violet City! Yes, Violet City. Third town in this game. It is the first town that has a Pokemon gym, but we're going to get to exploring Violet City more in the next part, alright though. So, next time on Pokemon Crystal, we're going to be exploring the depths of Violet City. See you guys then. Yeah.